And this was how identities were being constructed. Identities are social construct. Things were equal between the Poles and the Jews and maybe other racial ethnic groups in Poland prior to Nazis' occupation. And all of a sudden, because of a change in law or policy or whatnot, things began to change drastically. This is a manifestation that identities are socially constructed. Or put it differently, identities are social construct. They first invent a specific human trait or human feature as a basis of identity. Like the Nazis, maybe they openly stated their perceptions of Jews. Maybe they openly stated how Jews were distinct in terms of their cultural traits, value and belief systems and norms and whatnot. So they essentially invented a specific identities for Jews in Europe during that time. And based on these specific identities for that group of people, like the white South Africans, they consider themselves more advanced and the black South Africans more backwards. So they created two distinctive identities for the whites and the blacks before they even created the apartheid system. So invention was involved in here, in identity creation. After distinctive identities were created and invented, they start to divide people based on these distinctive identities into different groups. To differentiate among people living in the same location. And after they invented the identities and divide people into different groups, they start to stereotype people in different groups based on different symbolic meanings. In the case of Nazis' occupation in Europe, Hitler considered Jews as oppressors, bloodsuckers, exploitative. These were the symbolic meanings attached to Jews. And the white South Africans considered themselves more advanced. These might be symbolic meanings attached to their own groups, and they considered the black South Africans as less developed. These were also the symbolic meanings attached to the black South Africans before they even create the apartheid system. And after this, people in different groups, in their conscious, subconscious, or even unconscious minds, they sometimes start to play out these stereotypes pertaining to their groups based on whatever identities were given to them. This is where the stage of perform comes in. And when all this happens, people start to compare and contrast among those individuals divided into different groups based on their distinctive identities and the symbolic meanings attached to those identities. And people may start to compare these symbolic meanings and other features and other traits of people divided into different groups. They start to rank them. And this is when they start to consider some groups more superior and other groups more inferior. So these are the stages of identity formation.